Hello everyone, it's so wonderful to be back again after my last videos. I told you I was going to talk about some topics. If you're in the United Kingdom, I hope you had a wonderful UK Jubilee bank holiday. It was a 4-day bank holiday and it was just wonderful. And this is the Queen celebrating 70 years on the throne. We've done silver, we've done golden, we've done diamond. I think I remember diamond and maybe golden. Yes, I don't really remember the silver one. Must have been, around that earlier time and things like that. Okay, so yeah, I think so. But it was just wonderful, and I just think that whether you're Republican or monarchist, it's just a good thing. Okay, my name is Janet SCG from Wimbledon, Southwest London, and I talk about Natural Hair Day. And in a couple of months, I'll talk about my weight loss journey. I'll talk about my hair, beauty, skin routine on a very cheap, low budget. The reason I'm not talking about it now, I just want to wait and see how that works for me. Eventually, probably in a year's time, to see how that has worked for me. I've been doing stuff to my face and my skin and my hair. I've already talked about my natural hair and so on, but I like to give it like a couple of months to a year first. And I've also done things for my well-being. I've also changed my eating pattern. I know a lot of people are going on about so many different eating patterns now, but I'm gonna choose the one that suits me and how I really do my own version. For example, I don't take sugar, but now and again I would take a sweet thing. So I'm not completely strict and so on. So yes, and especially how I sort of my skin and my face and so on. I don't want to talk about that until like a couple of months. And the reason I'm doing that is because I need to see how that works for me and so on, how you can deal with your skin and face and your overall health and beauty and well-being without spending a dime, so I'm gonna talk about it instead of getting all this expensive and stuff. Okay, so basically, without further ado, now you've all known already from my previous topics that I can talk about anything, and I've worked in the private and public um, sector. I am a lawyer, so I know about stuff, but I don't practice law and things. But if you have any law questions, you can ask me. I can do my research. I'm also interested in fitness and nutrition and so on. Disclaimer: I am not a professional fitness, but I've been in that industry. I've got help from that industry a long time ago, and so that's why it is for me. And I talk about controversial issues. I talk about bereavement. I talk about living, the cost of living on a low budget, and so on. So if you ever want any instructions on that and so on, I'm trying to do a short-term course in psychology. So if you have any big issues, it could be bereavement, it could be loneliness, it could be just so many things, not really getting that satisfaction, that peace, that that inner peace you need, um living a stressful life. Okay, one day we'll probably talk about that again, but I'm gonna link that into weight loss, and the keys to get away from people that stress you out and things like that. But I've joined an app called Afterglow, so sometimes I do give advice as soon as I can, and we'll just see how that works. Right, okay, without further ado, I have a couple of videos to do. I hope you all had that wonderful Jubilee holiday. I had to drop my nephew in after school club, and I promised to pick him up early because he didn't want to go. But because I'm not physically in an office, not really trying to get all these videos before I'm being called back to an office, because I'm trying to change my contract and get another job. Right, okay. I didn't really join any particular street party because the party that I would have gone to, I usually, if I'm going to the cinema, I pass that place. But on that day, I wasn't going there. I just went to the park, had a picnic, and I did my other bank holiday stuff, things I had to do for myself. Then I did. I went to the cinema, just so many things, and just chilled around. Since the pandemic, I haven't been to central London, so I didn't feel like going to central London. I should have gone to Hyde Park. Normally I would just go there. That was my favorite place, and that's what I should have done. But I didn't go to Hyde Park. I didn't know why, and I just thought I would stay where I am, like in Southwest London, and just go around in the regional place and so on. I should have done, and I just couldn't. I wasn't feeling it. I mean, I was feeling the Jubilee, but I wasn't feeling like going all the way there. And no offense, but I really enjoyed watching the trooping of the color and the pageant. I really enjoyed watching it on TV or my iPad. People don't watch TV anymore. Okay, now I know a lot of people were complaining about how much money and so on. First of all, I'm a monarchist because I don't want a republican country. You know, bring in some past president or celebrity as a president. I really don't want that. And I do feel that yesterday the monarchy showed how it's trying to slim down a lot of stuff. It's trying to slim down a lot of stuff. In the, you could see the Queen, Charles, Camilla, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, and their children, and that's all was there. You know, and they are trying to slim things down. And when you think about the amount of people that came abroad just to watch this, and billions of people that be watching abroad, that is one of the things that people like our country in the United Kingdom. And I would rather have the royal family than have a president. I really think people need to think about this. I understand, yes, that we have the cost of living crisis and so on. We have a lot of things going on in this country. I do get that, but I'm the kind of person that I just, I'm not really interested in how much money other people have. Good luck to them. They were born into that system, they were married into that system, and you can't judge them for that. I mean, they go out there, they do a lot for charity, they do a lot of work, they represent the country. I think we need to tone it down, especially in the Caribbean. My ancestors are not from the Caribbean, but especially in the Caribbean country, to come in there and start booing somebody that's visited, no matter your differences, you don't start booing people. Now, I don't mind you booing Boris Johnson, he deserved that, but that's a different matter. But the royal family, they've not really attacked anybody, and I know people are going on about the Duke of Cambridge, Kate, Catherine's necklace she wore some time ago, 68 million. Okay, the necklace is part of the royal jewelry collection. It doesn't actually belongs to her. It's been hired to her. Lady Diana had it. But that's the kind of thing that if you divorce from the family, that would be taken back from you anyway. Okay, so who's gonna wear it anyway? Somebody has to wear it, you know. And kudos for Louis being, you know, Billy being himself. It's like they try to dumb him down later on by putting him on the other side of the balcony. So this is the things that you have to think about. We don't really realize the sort of things that they do, especially the Queen. I mean, walking. I'm people say, oh, it's not walking. It's the schedules. You have to go through the schedules, the different clothing. You're not able to say anything in real life. That much. Only a little bit. You can't get all political. People will always scrutinize what you do and what you say and so on. And I'm not gonna really talk about Andrew. Maybe I'll talk about Andrew and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex another time. But I really like as they kind of like move them to the sidelines and all that. But the press was still trying to pick at them. And I don't think that they should have done that. When you really look at it, okay, they bring in tourism. This Jubilee would have done wonders for the economy. They would have brought in more people. They do a lot from charity. A lot of people have gotten something. In my 20s, I wish I had gotten something from them. I didn't. I heard about the Princess Trolls and the Edinburgh Tour. I didn't really do anything to make myself nearer them to get something. I mean, I wish I'd been able to, but maybe I came from a family where we all went to college or university, so maybe we seem to be okay. But I really wish I had done something, and I think that's why I do this channel, and this is why I want people to view, like, share, and subscribe, because I don't have any sponsors. But I am definitely trying to tell you now, we will have more conversations about this. The monarchy, it gives us value for money. And if you don't believe that, look, people got 4 days extra holiday. Children had 1 week off, and people were able to chill out and have barbecues and just do so many wonderful things. And the amount of money people said, not just on the street parties, the pub, the restaurants, and so on, people were out there spending. Okay, now I decided not to join any particular, but like I said, it's just that when I went out wasn't when they were doing the party, and when they were doing the party I was somewhere else. So I just said, okay, no problem, I got to do something for myself. And I just think it's just really weird. There's a party going on, you just go and join without being invited. So but I think I'd just rather be in the park and something like that. But it would have been nice to just have a picnic in the park. But the party, yeah, that's fine. I'm glad if anybody wants to do it. What I'm trying to say is that the contributions we make to the royal family is kind of like a pound each everybody compared to the billions other people have. Yes, they have a lot of land and it's sickening. I understand that, but they have to stay somewhere. They have to live somewhere. They have to bring guests somewhere. And people keep saying, why are we paying for Buckingham Palace? Buckingham Palace is a very, very old building. It needs to be maintained. If we use taxpayers' money, people would complain. So if you're going to visit Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace, Kensington, you can go around the garden because I love Hyde Park. So I go around the gardens. If I don't feel like going in, you don't have to go in if you don't want to go in. I mean, think about having all these historical buildings: Kensington Palace, Admiralty House, Sandringham, Balmoral. I'd rather go to Balmoral in the summer and, well, before the Queen starts going in anyway. They'll start going somewhere in Spain and people expecting me to sit on the beach and get drunk. I don't drink. It's just one of the things. Just think about it, and there is a certain sort of sense of pride in all of this. So anytime you want to just say anything nasty about them, you're entitled to your opinions. Just think about what they do for the economy. Just think about the tourism they bring in. Just think about the culture, the pageantry. The Americans love us. It's wonderful. The Republicans, you can still have your own ideas and so on. But even if you were a Republican, I mean, those 4 days that you got, you chilled out, you enjoyed yourself. People respect the Queen, but they don't respect um what the royal family stand for. Well, the Queen is the royal family. She is the monarchy, and we have a queen that is descended from Queen Victoria. I mean, so many European countries would love to be us, even those who still have a monarchy. And I think she's done a fabulous job. And let's just embrace it. You don't have to be there. You don't have to suck up to them or something like that. You can have a sense of pride. I don't have to have tea with them, but it's a sense of pride coming out on the balcony on two different occasions. You could hear the crowd, even if you were having a bad day. I don't know, she just brings up certain warmth. She's our grandmother, and I think we should embrace that. I'm not saying that you can't be a Republican, that's up to you, but I'm just saying that I would really prefer the monarchy because most Republicans don't even want a president. So, what are we going to have? Mhm. Another politician. So it's just something to think about. And I know there is a lot of things about the Commonwealth, the imperialists, and whatever. Things happened in those days for a reason. They colonized certain countries, but that's the past. And most of these countries have got their own independence. Okay, we will not forget the past, but we also need to learn to move forward and forgive and work together for a better tomorrow. So, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Ciao.